There is a chapter in the Quran that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told you to read every Friday, because one day it might be the only thing that saves you. And most people have no idea why. It's the story of the cave. A group of young men surrounded by a world that had collapsed into sin and persecution. They were not just uncomfortable, they were being crushed. The pressure to accept falsehood was absolute. To refuse meant losing everything. So Allah guided them, not to fight, not to argue, but to walk away. They left behind comfort. They left behind society. They left behind a world built on sin. And they chose the cave. But listen carefully. The cave did not save them because it was a place. It saved them because Allah had already guided their hearts, and they followed. They chose truth over survival. They chose obedience over comfort. And Allah responded with protection beyond time itself. Now stop. Look at your life, right now. You are living in a world where sin doesn't look like sin anymore. It looks like freedom. It looks like progress. It feels like life. What Allah made forbidden has been normalized. What destroys the soul has been beautified. And obedience to Allah, it has been made to look backwards. This is the illusion. And the quantum physics tells you exactly how it works. Scientists discovered that when a particle is constantly measured and observed by its surrounding environment, it decoheres. It loses its clarity. It collapses into a fixed, degraded state determined entirely by the apparatus around it. But when it is isolated from that environment, it maintains perfect coherence, perfect clarity. This is not metaphor, this is physics. And it is precisely what the Dajjal's system does to the human soul. Every screen, every algorithm, every normalized sin, every interaction with this environment is measuring you, collapsing you, reshaping what feels real and what feels false. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam understood the scale of what was coming. He said, "Nothing between the creation of Adam until the establishment of the hour is a greater tribulation than the false Messiah." The greatest test in the entire history of humanity, and he did not leave you without instruction. He said, when the Dajjal comes, he will have two rivers, one of water and one of fire. His water is fire. His fire is water. Choose his fire, because what looks like burning is the only thing that can actually save you. Think about that. He is not telling you to seek pain. He is telling you your perception has already been compromised. What feels like water, what feels easy, accepted, normal, is slowly destroying you. And what feels like fire, discipline, sacrifice, ibadah, restraint, is the only thing that can save you. Look at the lives where faith is still lived, not performed, where holding on to truth is difficult, where obedience requires sacrifice. It burns, but that fire is life. This is not new. Iblis never came to humanity with ugliness. He came with beauty. He made sin look fair. He made falsehood feel natural, until his whisper sounded like your own thoughts. And the Dajjal, he is not a new deception. He is the final form of an ancient one. By the time he comes, the inversion will be complete. Truth will look false. Falsehood will look true. And those who lived inside that illusion will not recognize reality when it stands in front of them. But understand this. You do not need to wait for the Dajjal. His system is already here. In every sin that has been normalized, in every boundary Allah set that has been erased, in every distraction pulling you away from your soul. The inversion has already begun. So the real question is not, will the Dajjal come? He will. The question is, will you still be able to recognize truth when he does? Will the apparatus have collapsed you completely that you can no longer tell water from fire? The young men of the cave did not wait. They did not negotiate with sin. They did not compromise with their world. They acted the moment Allah guided their hearts, and Allah was with them. That is what Surah Al-Kahf is teaching you every Friday. Not ritual, preparation. Recognize the illusion. Step outside the apparatus. Hold on to divine guidance as the only measurement that tells you the truth about reality. What you choose is what you become. The water that burns is all around you, and the fire that heals is waiting. The cave is not history. It is your reality, a coherence chamber in a world designed to collapse you. And the choice is in front of you right now. Will you follow the guidance?